Hello Engineering 2, this is Mr. Lund, here to make a video to help you guys understand how to make an assembly. They're hard, but in general, it's more so understanding all the little clicks that go into them. Once you understand how to, what to click, they become very straightforward. It's just getting to that point can be really difficult. So, just for a little bit more of an introduction. So an assembly in Fusion is when you have parts and you put them together. If you're going to notice, a lot of what we're doing right now is about putting stuff together. That being said, a very big thing in engineering, in the professional world, is that you cannot justify building your parts in real life. You just can't. The money you just can't. The money is too much. But what you can do is use programs like Autodesk Fusion or 3D CAD, and you can actually assemble your parts and make sure it looks right. It'll move correctly, stuff like that. But before we can get to anything complicated like that, we need to understand just how to put things together, and we have actually done a little bit of this. So what we're going to do, we're going to assemble a selfie stick. We're not modeling it, we're just going to put it together. Our first thing is we're going to name a folder selfie stick. Let it save. And in Google Classroom, there's a file that you need to download. It's selfie stick parts. Just open it up and upload. Just gonna let it run. This is going to be a full assembly file. Just nothing's put together for you. I think I should be able to open this now. And I am. So just all our parts, we're not making anything. We're just gonna put it together basically. So our main tool here is gonna be joint. You can do joint by pressing J. It's your choice, there's no wrong way in this case. However, that being said, one thing you notice, we can move everything around. That makes our life harder. So what we're going to do first is actually make it so we can't move our main part around. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to highlight this and press M. Let's move copy. And I'm just going to spin this around. Spin it around again. So now this is in the right orientation. And one thing you'll notice is when we click on the stuff over here in the browser, it highlights what it's talking about. And if we click on phone holder bottom, the bottom of the phone holder is highlighted. So we're going to highlight that and press pin and capture. And now when we try to move this, it just doesn't move. This will make our life easier, trust me on that one. Now what we're going to do first is actually assemble kind of this rotating hinge. The very first thing we're going to do is actually connect this part and this part. This one is not too difficult. What we're going to do is we're going to press J, highlight the edge, and what you're going to do, you're going to press Control. When you do Control, you snap to all these points. So what you're going to do, hold Control and go to that middle, spin around, and then we're going to hover over this, press Control, and go to the middle. And they're going to move together. And in our case, it's actually on the right setting already, which is nice. It most likely will not be for you. It's going to say rigid, or it doesn't move at all, and it shakes. If you click right here, you can actually change it. So rigid, it shakes. This is what yours should have looked like. So these are just how these parts interact with each other. Should they ever spin? Should they ever slide? Should there ever be a ball joint, we need to determine that and actually state that. In our case, revolve means spinning, right? One revolution is one big turn around a circle. Our only problem, as you saw, it kind of spins through here. It's technically not the most important here, but we can limit it. If you do not end up doing this, that's okay. I'm just looking to see if you can put these together and nothing else. That being said, even 180 is too much. 150. Yep. Now we're just gonna press OK. Now that piece will spin. It's just since this moves around, we actually can't really see how. Oh, and that looks wrong too. We'll fix that later. We just can't really see how it spins, and because there's nothing holding this in place, it's just trying to move the whole piece. Our next part are these two pieces right here. We're gonna press J, hover over here to the middle of the circle, hover over here to the middle of the circle. For this case, we actually don't want it to move. We're actually just gonna spin this 90 degrees and just move this pretty much on the screw fully. And what we're gonna do is once again zoom in, press J, click on the middle, you can press home to make your life easier, spin, and just hover over here, hold control, click the middle, and you can just press OK. Now, what we're going to do here is connect this piece to this piece. And in all honesty, don't overthink it. It's quite literally just hold J, and in all honesty, just click that edge. Spin over to here, over here, press hold control. If you're getting like this weird thing where it's hard to choose it, hold, so when you see this, hold control and then click that edge and just press OK. So one thing we'll let you know, so we can actually spin this like we did earlier. The next thing we're going to do is just J once again, middle, so just move, spin around, over here, hold control, middle, and then move this in. But we can go in a little bit more. There you go. It's a little too much, but it looks right. As you're gonna notice, like assembly, you're gonna have issues and you're gonna have trouble, but a lot of what's going on can be, in the nicest way to say it, it's just learning what to click. As you do this more and more, you'll just get a sense for it. So I'm going to zoom in here and press J, hover over here, hold control, click the point. Holding control is going to make your life significantly easier. Spin, spin, hover over here, hold control. The biggest thing is honestly knowing which one of these, the joints, to use. And most of the time, it's just how should it move. Rigid means they should always stick together, and that's it. Revolute, they spin around each other. But in our case, it's a selfie stick. This extends so you can hold it out and take your selfie. So we're actually going to press slider, and it's going to slide. Let's move it in like this. Press OK. And for the most part, this really is all I'm looking for. If you finish early, I want you to actually make it so you can't pull it off the stick. And I want you to fix this problem. There's also one more thing. When you finish with this, just ask for my direction. there actually needs to be a screw that holds this together, and I'm going to show you where to find the screw and actually upload it and use it in your design. It is a real screw that you can buy. I hope this helps you guys. Remember, anytime you have a question, make sure to ask. I'm just going to press home and revert.